recording. Yeah, so first I am going to enter here as one text box as measure. You can change the font name as well as and change the size. So these six: first, average of close, average of open, average of high, average of market cap, average of low, and average of volume. These all are implicit. See the summation size in this sheets. We have all these summation sign. It shown that it is all the implicit measure into this, and I have calculated one explicit measure. Let me just copy this one, paste, and write it here as explicit. Okay, so explicit measure is calculated by a DAX function. See, this is close price, and we have created this function by average of this cross price column. For the crypto portfolio, we have a main sheet, and in this main sheet, we have used this column cross price, close price. Okay, and we have taken the average value because in the currencies part we have already taken, because in the currencies we have taken the average of volume, average of close or average of high, so that it will give us a complete insight of our data. So same way, this data is stored as explicit because this data can be reusable for further calculation. What is further calculation, guys? Suppose we have cryptocurrency data for suppose all countries data, like we have countries in Jammu and all states wise as well as Jammu, Gujarat, this kind of state. Suppose if we found one country specific data, one country only one city specific data, then we have to use this explicit measure for reuse purpose, but we cannot use this implicit for the further purpose, further calculation. Okay, so there is a benefit of using reuse, that explicit can be reusable. I will tell you how, but just focus on first. We have to start our basic thing. Suppose this is one explicit close, average of close. Now we have to create our new function: average of open, average of high, average of market cap, average of low, and average of volume. First, we have to create this, and then I will let you know how to make this explicit measure into reusable purpose. So this is my measure sheet. Okay, so either you can create measure from here as well as, or you can just click on this three dot and you can click on this new measure. Okay, so now I'm going to create my open price, and you can write it as function average. Okay, and then you can choose your open price column. Crypto portfolio is a table name, guys, and open is a column name. In Power BI, we have used table name and column name, but in Excel, we have used range. So there is a difference between Excel and Power BI, that in Power BI, we are using table name or column, but in Excel, we are using a range value like cell value. Okay, so I just click on this and close this value, open price, and see the value result is here. Then I click on this, go to home, copy, and just paste. I have pasted multiple times because I need six card chart. Okay, so now instead of this close price, you can drag down this open price. See the value is average of open is 985.32. Same way 985.32. So both the value are same. But when you check on this, go to this function. This is implicit, like sum, average, minimum, maximum. Minimum means in the open line, in the open column, you have a minimum value. What is the minimum value? When you click on this minimum, it will give you the minimum value of the open line item. Okay, so it does not make sense for anything. So right now we need just the average of anything, and see, we have calculated the same average, and we cannot change this explicit. Click on this, we cannot change. Okay, we just make a function of DAX function. It is called as DAX function average, and we have to use your this function for this. Same way, now I'm going to use the second new measure as a high. here have a high price, okay, average, and you can choose the column name as high. It is not correct, so you can check with high column and select this column, so it will give you the right answer, high. And instead of this clause, you can use your high price and see the result between you. So high 1.2k. All the values are same. Nothing is different in the implicit or explicit measure. Values are same. Same way, this one is average of market cap. Market cap, you can use average. Crypto portfolio market cap. Just click on this, enter. Same way, the next one is average of low. So you can create again like new function. Low price, okay. Write it average, and then I can use low function, low column, and just click on enter. Low, after that low, we have an average of volume. So click on this. Average volume. And one more thing, guys, suppose if you want to write any function in the second line, so how to move into second line? You can just press shift enter, so that you are moving to second line. Shift enter, because if you put just enter, it will give you the error. So in the Power BI, you have to use shift plus enter. Okay, so now sheet third, we have used average function, and you can use your volume column. So this is your average volume, and now we need total volume as well, as because total volume identify the total volume for our or total all currency dashboards. Total volume, we are using the sum function. Guys, see, there is a sum, there is a many function, sum and sum x. Sum function is used when we make any sum for the column, but sum x is used when you make sum of two columns, like multiple columns, or in a same table or in a different table. You can use sum x function, but sum function is used for only one column. Sum, see the column name, and same way, if you're using sum x, it's a table and expression. You can use multiple table as well as, or multiple column as well as. Okay, so right now I'm using my sum column, and for this I can write my volume name. Okay, so now my total all the values is done. This is open. High. Okay, open high, and for this I can use my low price. So we have close, open, high, and low, and for this I can use my average volume. For this, total volume, and one more, we have a copy this one and paste it, and for this average volume, and now market cap. Okay, so we have all created all the explicit function, and now we are doing one important thing, guys. See, in this crypto portfolio column, we have all the column which we have already created a measure. So for calculation or for visualization purpose, we are going to use this instead of this. Okay, so we don't need this complete portfolio in our report view. So we are just going to click this, and there is an option here, hide. So we are going to hide this column, hide this table, because we don't need that table into our column, because for every calculation we are going to use our key measure table. And this is my symbol wise name and symbol, and this is our calendar table. Okay, so for this we have to create our this complete table, complete visualization part. Like I'm going to second page. Okay, and here line chart. So in this line chart, suppose x-axis, we need a date, and see, right now date is year, quarter, month, and day format. I don't want as a hierarchy. I want as a complete date. So you can use into here and go to this only date column. When you're using this date column, first I'm going to use my table. See, the date is 1st Jan 2013. We have starting date and all the date we are ending. And same way, go click on this date column and see how to change your date formatting. When you click on this date column complete, under this column tool you have a name, date type. When you click on this, there is a format, date and type, fixed decimal. So you can always select your date only. Okay, and here from a format tab, you can use your date format, whether you want this short date, this long date, this kind of date. So this is your complete date format you have. Okay, so now I need my date format into this way. See, my date format changes into which way, which I don't want. Okay, so click on this and we have a date, and we need here from suppose close price. So this is our close price for all the days, and click on this line chart now and see my close price will be done. And click on this formatting. I just use one thing, border and shadow. These two things I on because it will give you the different view. And now I'm going to use one my filter. This is my filter slicer, this one. Okay, and in this filter, suppose I want my filter via symbol this way. So this is total currency you have. Suppose if you click on this BTC, it is changing. If you click on this DOG, it is changing. If you click on this MITO, it is changing all the wise. Okay, so this is the that in this line chart we are use only two things. First, date column. Second, symbol. This is a symbol column. And third, you have to use only close measure, key measure table. So why we need our basic table for cryptocurrency? But when you go to your background, okay, when you go to your background, your table is here. Your table is here, but all the column is hide. Okay, if you want to specific column is shown into that table, then you can. Otherwise, don't need this column because it will increase your memory of this Power BI screen. Okay, if you hide, it will be hiding from your report view. So same way, click on this and go to this formatting, border and shadow. And now same way, this is your symbol wise slicer. Same way, if you want to use a date slicer wise, so click on this slicer again, choose the date range. See my date range and select here as a complete date. And see, when you change your date range and click on this any currency, your data will be changing for anything. So guys, any doubt you have now, till now you have any doubt that why we hide our main table? Any question? Anyone? Okay, so Neetu, you are cleared for this one measure?
Yes.
Okay, done. So now this is my date range. So as per date range, your data will be changes and it will showing as a line chart. And one more thing, uh, why we using line chart for this particular project? Why any column or any other chart? Why only specific a line chart? Any option? Any things in your mind?
I think because data is changing every minute.
Every minute and every day, it is very fluctuating day by day. So we hope, because everyone see the data will be day wise changes, so day wise we have to make any changes into line chart or otherwise this area chart. You can use these two only for any data which is fluctuating day by day or minute by minute. Okay, so you can use always your line chart. And now this is your main line chart. And second way, I'm going to use my new which one? Let me check. Stack column chart. Yeah. Click on this. Yeah. See, when you click on this, okay, and when you click on any other visualization, this one is changing directly. So, but when you suppose if you need any other visualization, click outside and then select. Okay. So now my this column is select, and for this I can also use my date axis. Click on this as a date hierarchy. I don't want, and I need my volume, total or average. Yeah, average volume is good. So drop this value and see we have an average volume day wise. Okay, and click on this format. For see, the formatting is done by just copy and paste. So you don't need to go again into formatting and done the formatting for the second one. Okay, because we don't want to do formatting again and again. We just formatting one, and second already we have done with this format painter. You can just click on this any visualization format painter and go to next. It will be changing automatically. Now this is our basic measure we have done, which is already given in the data or already given in this data. So now if we want to use something different means, suppose I'm going to use my uh, little down. Suppose I want for every currency, this is your close price, but for every currency, I want my close price high, same day, last price high, and low price. Last means average and low. These kind of three data we need for daily currencies and in the card table, not in this line chart as well as in card table also. So I just click on this card chart. Okay. Right now it's just a card. So for this, I need to create one more new measure. Click on this new measure. Okay, and for this I'm just creating my high price. So guys, suppose we have a high column, but in this high column, what is the maximum price we have? What is the maximum price of that day we have for currency? So I use my close price high. For this close price high, I use my maximum function. Okay, so for this maximum, I use my close price. I need my close price for the high price. So I use my close column. Sorry. And enter. See, already we have creating a average close price. This is the maximum close price. Maximum means when you click on this, go to this measure, this first sheet. This is your average of close. But when you click on this maximum, it will give you the maximum of close price, and that is the close price high. Okay, so we need average as well as maximum. So for this one measure, we cannot create both two. We cannot create this both two. So that is the reason we are using our explicit measure for this. First one is close price and second one is close price high. So if I use my close price high into this chart, okay, see the 47.95 for dot currency for total day wise days, for total this range. If I uh, go to this, okay, so this is my close price high on the same day. Suppose for every currency, click on this ETH. For this ETH, the close price will be 4.17k. See, the highest price is a maximum price. Same way, we need as a low price. We need as a low price as well. So for this low price, how to calculate my low price? Tell me, any idea? Because maximum function we are using for high, the same way we are using minimum function for the low price,
Minimum function for low
right?
price.
So you have to just think, because Power BI is a thinking so much. How much you think, how much you can do. Is Power BI not just a limited? You can do anything. So close price, you can click on low. It means this is your minimum of that day, same day. When you click on suppose November 30th, click on this November 30th. So on this November 30th, you have a total of close price high is 4.7k for this currency. Okay. So close price low means click on this minimum function and you can use your open crypto portfolio open and see one more thing, important thing, whether this crypto portfolio table is not there, but it will be there for a calculation. Okay, so this table is just hiding from your report view, not for any calculation. You can do calculation with hiding column also. Okay, same way, click on
Sir, I need to know that for the class price low, why we are using the open column?
open
Don't we
column means,
have to use the?
oh,
Can you please? Yes, for
let,
low.
yeah, just a moment.
Yes,
I use open.
yes,
Sorry,
open field.
sorry. I need close. Sorry. This should be close. Okay. This should be closed, not open.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So now we have close price high, close price low, and we need now our last price of that day. Okay. So for this last price, we have to calculate my average things. But for average thing, we have to calculate one more new way. Like, let me just enter into date table. Click on this new measure. So we need as a cross price final of that. So for this close price final of that day, we are going to use some basic advance. Okay, basic advance means either you can create for this function, you can create one another measure, or you can create one variable into this function only. Okay, so first I am creating my variable. Variable. Suppose if you are have knowledge of into Excel VBA, some little bit knowledge of Excel VBA, in which you have to create variable for your calculation. So variable is denoted by a var function, var, and now I am creating my final date. Final date means we have to select our particular date from the date column, and then we have to analyze our close price. And why we using explicit measure into this calculation? This is the same function we have. So final date, we have to use my final date. So calculate max. Okay, max means we need crypto price date. Click on the date. Like in this crypto table, crypto price date column. Let me just check. We have a date column. This one, crypto portfolio date. So we have to select this date column. Okay, calculate maximum date of this table, of this column. Okay, and select all the dates. Click on this, all the dates table. This variable give you the maximum date of your data. Maximum date means, suppose if your data till last date you have it, it means this value give you the last date. This value give you the last date of your data. It means last day of my data is this 6/7. So this value give you the date only 6/7/2021. So we need a particular date via close price find. Okay, and then for this value we have to return function using this value returns calculate of close price. We have already created this close price. See, this is the explicit measure we are going to using for further calculation. Means close price final, we are using close price explicit measure. Okay, and you have to use your filter function. We need calculate. We have to calculate close price filter. We have to filter it out by all dates. Filter it out via all dates. Sorry, via all dates, and in this date we have to use our date table, not as a right this date. All dates means this is your dates means you have to use your date table. Table means you have a this dates. This is your date table, so you can use your date table, and for this date table you are using this date column, so you can just write it as date column. This one dates into date column and is equal to final date. Final date means, suppose if you select your final date, final date means suppose if you select your last date, then it will return the value of close price for the last date. Final date, and then you have to close this two brackets because first one is for filter and second one is for calculate, and just click on this enter. Just a minute. If I drag this value into one more thing, copy and just paste it, and now close price final. Okay, now see, this is my high price. This is my what we say as a uh, average price, because this is cross price final. Final means what is the actual price of that day, and this is my low price. So I feed into third way now. So for this date table, suppose if I click on this BTC, and for this date range, all the price will be changing together: high, low, and average. Okay, dot. This is the line. High price is 47.95. Low price is 2.88, and average is close price final of the last day. See 16.14. This is the final price of last day. Okay. See in the
I have one query.
Mhm.
Like for close price high and for low, we use
Okay,
only maximum and minimum function.
right.
And for final, why we can't use average instead of if this is the
No,
value
no,
of average?
no. This is not actually the average we called. This is called as a last day price. Suppose if you click on this BNB price. Okay, we need minimum, we need top, and we need last day means last time. Suppose if you click particular date, so we need particular date. Suppose I am going to my Excel. Okay, it is average of as a day. We say the average of day, but it is not as a complete average function. Let me tell you. See high, low, open, close. Just a minute. Yeah, hello. Sorry. So see, this is my 1 day price. Okay. So we need high, we need low. We have this price high and low, but we need actually last price of that day, not close price. We need last price of that day. So last price we talked about average. It is just a meaning of average. It is not actually in the average, but we talk. Suppose if you visualization we shown in this chart, see the high price, close price high means 47.95 is a high price. Low means low price, and we need last price of that day. So that is the reason we using last, because average we are already using into this close price. This close price. If I go to my second dashboard, this is the average price, this close price. We have already using average. If we need this average, then also we can do this average price. But this close price final is the that day final price. What is the actual price of that day? Okay. So
Yes,
now understand?
yes, understood.
Okay. So for
So
average,
also, do we have to remember the steps like for final which we have do
see,
done
see, see,
right now?
you don't have to remember. Just a minute. You have to just go to this final, okay, and just think what is it. I'm just writing a comment here. Below is the final date of data, final date of date table. Sorry, final date of your data. It means data table, not as a date table, data table. Suppose this function, if you're using this function, again, this function, suppose if I click on this, only this, copy and new measure. Okay, this final date, and when you click on this enter,
Yes.
it will give you the final date of that price column.
Okay.
See, when I enter one card, click on this final date. See, it will give you the final date of your date, 6/7/2021. And when you click on this BTC currency, it will also give you the same. But when you track this value, right down here, it will change the value. Not change because there's a final date. Because your range is changed, this date is not changed because it will give you the final date of your data. What is the final date? So for this cross price final, this is your final date of date table, and we need what we need. I can just write it here as a close price for this final. Close price for this final date. Whether this final date should be changed automatically. Suppose if my data entered into this background, right now it's a 6/7/2021. Suppose if I enter the data for next 3 months, then this final date should be changed and this also be changed automatically.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So there is a
understood.
this is the main thing we have to calculate this thing, a final. So you can just think what we need, and then you can just analyze your function and calculate and these filter function. This is very important for every project. Calculate and filter function, and you can write any of the command, and this green line does not show any value because I am writing as a double in
Comment.
double this. Okay, so this is just a command for your functions. Okay, so right now I'm just need I don't need this. Click on this, remove. See, same way. Right now you have evaluated this cross price final. So you don't need to do this thing. You can what to do? Just click on this. Okay. And you can select your final date measure. And here you can select same thing and just click on this enter. Result will be the same. Nothing is different. So you can or either short your function or you can long your function. It is on your way. But if you short, then you have to create one more specific measure into your data. Okay. So right now I don't need this much. And this is my total. Right now basic thing is clear. So now